Hi everyone, Marianne Cowan here from Pinery Paper Crafts. It is Friday, January 27th. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you from Ottawa, Canada, where we just had 30 centimeters of snow yesterday, so I was just out snowshoeing. Just checking the volume. So I'm not sure what the weather's like where you are, but it's definitely snowy here. And if you live in Canada in the winter, you got to embrace the snow. So I do. And it was just magical out in the backwoods. I went with my sister and we kept stopping just to look at how beautiful the snow was on the trees. So if you live in a wintry place, I do encourage you to get outside because it's really pretty. So thank you for joining me today. As you know, it is Sale-a-bration, which comes once a year now. And with Sale-a-bration in Canada, when you order $60 or more, you can choose a Sale-a-bration item for free. So today we're going to be focusing on two different Sale-a-bration items actually. Beautifully Happy, which is a stamp set at the level 2. So $60 gets you a level 1 free item. $120 gets you a level 2 free item. So this is Beautifully Happy, and the sentiments are just so special. For a feeling better kind of day, sending happy thoughts. For a very happy birthday, kindness matters. Thank you, and you are easy to love. And it is a photopolymer set, and it's quite large. I have the pieces all on blocks right now, but it actually has 2 full sheets of pieces, and it's a 2-step stamp. So that means you stamp the outline, and then there's another stamp that you stamp over, and you stamp with the color. And I'm going to show you on one of the cards how to do that. It's a very pretty set. Well, I'm sure you have a long wish list if you've seen the new mini catalog, which is the January to April mini catalog. It has spring, Valentine's Day, and really just other pretty stamp sets for you to peruse. So any purchase from the mini catalog or the annual catalog, and you qualify for free products if your order is a minimum of $60 in Canada before tax and shipping. So this is a level 2, and also the paper we're going to be using today on 2 of the cards is the Dandy Designs. So it is in here as well, and it is a free level 2, and you get 48 pieces of this paper, and it's going to be so fun to use for spring and Easter. These are adorable. So a great pack of paper. If you place an order between now and next Friday, minimum $60 order, I will be sending you a free little kit called the Beautifully Happy Kit. So you will get the pieces of cardstock and designer series paper to make the 3 cards I'm showing you today, but obviously not the stamp set. But you can use the Beautifully Happy stamp set or something else that you have in your stash. So when you get the little kit, you get a little sampler of the Dandy Designs paper, 1 each of all 12 sheets, and it's cut to 4 by 6. And then you get the envelope with all the pieces ready to make 1 each of the 3 cards we're going to be doing today. So everything's ready for you. You just need to put it together, and if you don't have this stamp set, I'm sure you have something else that would be just as perfect. So that's what we're doing today. Just a reminder of my 2 upcoming classes. The next one is February 11th, and that's the Stamp a Stack of Birthday Cards. We'll be making 10 cards in that class, and information is on my blog, mariannecowan.com/events. And then my spring, Hop into Spring Creative Escape online class, we'll be making 12 cards, 4 treat containers, and a box. And there is early bird pricing available for that one, so you can check my website as well. That's always a really fun one because we'll be making some Easter things. Spring and Easter. Obviously, it's Hop into Spring. So let's get started. as I said, we're using the Beautifully Happy stamp set. And the first card, I've already gone ahead and stamped the image, but I'll show you how I did it. Also, I used the deckled rectangle dies. And if you don't have these, this is a great die set. I like it because I've seen a lot of cards with torn edges. I don't know, I just can't do the torn edge thing. But this is just a really nice edge on the different rectangle shapes. And I'll show you how I made a little sentiment one using this one. So here is the card. It is a Whisper white card base, and I've done this one a top fold. So it's 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. Just looking for my Wink of Stella. I might have to go get one. Then we have Pool Party, 4 by 5 1/4, and for this one I used the greenery die, and it makes this beautiful stitched impression on your paper. It's really quite beautiful. So that's going to go here. May as well go ahead and put it on. It's subtle, but has just enough pizzazz to add a really pretty layer to your card. I really like it. I've used it a lot. Now the glue does come up through. I might have wanted to use Stamp and Seal actually. That's okay, this piece is going to go in the middle and it's quite large. So then I have my deckled rectangle die, and I've gone ahead and stamped in Pool Party. This one I think maybe was Garden Green, and this is Pear Pizzazz. I'm going to put it on an angle. You know me, I don't often put things on angles, but I think for this one I am going to. So I'm going to pop it up with dimensionals. Is anyone else in their craft room today? We're supposed to be getting another 5 to 10 centimeters of snow on Sunday. So another good day to be in my craft room after my snowshoe. All right, so for the sentiment, I did use the deckled rectangle, this one, cut it out, then put it back in again and did it like that. I did it this way. And then cut it out again. It was the big piece. And then I got a small piece with the deckled edges all around. You've probably done that with other ones as well. Just looks pretty, I think. And I think I want this down here. Now I was thinking of adding some ribbon. So I have some Pool Party ribbon. Let's try just making a little bow. So that might decide where I'm going to put my sentiment. I also have one more fun thing to add. This ribbon is so pretty. It's so delicate. And you don't want to pull it, that's not a good bow. You don't want to pull it too tight because then it goes all crinkly. I like it. I like my bows flat. There we go. That looks good. So I do want to add this somewhere. Yeah, maybe like that. So let's just put this, we don't want to cover up too much of our flower either. And I will put the sentiment straight. And then a glue dot for my bow. And it is see-through, so it's not going to really hide the sentiment. All right, now we have these really fun little trinkets called dragonfly trinkets. I love dragonflies. They're a sign of good luck. And they're quite flat, so for mailing, that's good. So I'm going to add one up here, coming down to the flower, but I want to put a little tail on it, and I should have done this before I did this next step, but anyways. So I'm just taking, this is a Project Life. You just need a really, really fine tip black marker. And I just like making a little tail that looks like he's flying. Turn it around. So just tiny little dashes more than dots. Yeah, that's good. All right. Oh, that's cute. So let's get a glue dot. Now I think, I haven't used one of these yet. I think I'm going to have to roll up the glue dots. Someone told me the other day that they cut them in half, but I usually just roll them up. However, you don't want to get it too thick because you don't want to add too much thickness to the dragonfly. So you can see it's hanging over. So I'm just going to take my scissors and push it up. That looks good. And we'll put them back. I can still see it. There we go. And I did add Wink of Stella to this. I feel like I want something right in the middle there. Like a pearl. I did happen to bring, oh, that would be pretty. This one right here. I didn't notice that before. Yes, perfect. Now I am going to add a little glue dot there. My bow is pretty loose, so you don't want to send someone a card and when they open it, the whole thing falls apart. That looks better. Okay, so that's the first card for a very happy birthday. I like that sentiment. So we'll get rid of these. And the ribbon, we'll bring in the next card. I think we'll need my glue. So the next one I'm using Fresh Freesia, but it's part of that Dandy Designs paper. I have my 2021, 2023 in color jewels, and Fresh Freesia was one of the in colors. Let's just put that there. And this is a little bit of a fun fold. I know it's Friday, I like to do fun folds. So this one is a great fold for when you want to see both sides of the Designer Series paper because both sides are so beautiful. So let's just put our white piece in the back because when we put our front piece on, we want to make sure we hide this. And when you cut your paper down, you always end up with this extra little strip. So we're going to put that on the inside. And you'll see that everything's going to be matchy-matchy. I kind of like matchy-matchy. I'm just putting this right to the bottom. We are going to do some stamping for this one. And then I have the matchy-matchy piece. So this is the front, this is the back. So we're going to put it, I'm going to glue it on the front. And I want to make sure that I'm hiding everything behind. So I just want glue here. I'm going to put it on. And before I press it, I want to make sure that everything is hidden and it's straight. And that looks good. And then I cut another piece, just because that looks kind of weird, like just that piece there. So I did another piece to just add some interest. And it's the back. So this one is really matchy-matchy. So then when you open up the card, you see that beautiful paper on the inside and the little matching band. A really simple card design. So when you cut it, this is, I scored at 4.5 and then I cut it at 5.5. So this piece is 1 inch. Okay, so set that aside and we're going to stamp our flower. Now I'm going to try it. The first one that we did is stamped in, it looks like, I can't remember, I think I stamped it in Pool Party. No, I stamped it in one of the greens. This one I'm going to do a different kind of look, and I'm going to stamp it in Sahara sand so that it's very subtle. So here's my big stamp. Might not even all fit on this little, these are the scalloped contour dies. I do want a little piece of paper because I think it's going to hang over. So let's try to get as much of it as we can on. So this will give your outline a much, whoops, I'm shaking the camera. Okay, perfect. And it also in the stamp set has these little tiny dots, which I might try. So I'm going to stamp off in the same color. There, just a little bit. But those are really pretty to add to cards. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in my color. So there's 2 overlay stamps. One for the leaves and one for the flower. And hopefully this will turn out okay. So here's the one for the leaves. So it goes like this. I'm using Pear Pizzazz, but I might stamp off because I want it kind of subtle. And Fresh Freesia is not subtle. So let's just try. Actually, that's not too bad. So hopefully my head is not in the camera. And this stamp set really gives, sorry, I'm shaking the camera. Okay, that's pretty good. It gives nice definition as well of the different elements of the flower and the leaf. Okay, so let's Pear Pizzazz. Okay, we're done with that. The sun just came out. And then this one is for these flowers. And if you have a Stamparatus, this is a great time to use it. So then you can get your positioning exact. Yeah, just checking to see if I want it second gen stamped off, and I do. So let's see if we can line this up. And it's supposed to have a bit of a watercolor look, so it doesn't have to be perfect. And really, it's a handmade card. It shouldn't look perfect. All right, that's pretty good. And then you could go and add some color there. I'm just going to leave it for now. And then we'll bring our card back. And I do have a little sentiment, sending happy thoughts, and it is from the Meadow Dies stamp set. No, die set. It's a really pretty one. And I did it to the right-hand side because I'm going to put some little in-color jewels on this side, and I do have a ribbon as well. So this needs to get popped up, and I have a little bow. So let's add all those elements. I really feel like I want to color those. I might go and grab something. Or I can do it after, I guess. Because we do have one more card to make. This one I'm going to put straight. Right in the middle, but I want it overhanging this a tiny bit. That's good. So you could put this lots of places here, here. I want to put it right here. And I don't really mind if it's covering up a few of the leaves. You don't want it to go over so far though that it's off your card. And now we'll take some of these. They come in 2 sizes. So I think I'll do a big one and 2 little ones. They're just the perfect color because they are the color. So I like this little pack because it's all the in colors, and it's so fun when you can match it perfectly. And then we have our little bow, which I will add here. So same stamp set. And I'm going to get my Wink of Stella. and it's bugging me, so I'm going to go and I'll make these darker, like they were buds just about to open. And there is some greenery there too, but that's good enough. A little bit of Wink of Stella, because everything's better with Wink of Stella. There we go. And there's our second card. It's such a pretty color, and this paper is just so pretty. Okay, so 1, 2, and last one. So again, any orders placed this week, $60 or more. You have to use the host code though, so I'll know that you want me to send you the package. I don't want to send it if you don't want it. And you will get the package with all the materials to make one each of these cards. So I will show you this one. I had trouble figuring out which way I actually wanted to do it. This is the white seam binding colored with the Petal Pink blends. Very pretty, subtle. So we have white again, and then we have this beautiful Petal Pink piece. More vibrant on the back, but I liked the softness of this color on the other side. And because it's a softer color, I thought I wanted to use vellum. This piece of paper is from the Country Floral Lane designer series paper, but it's also petal pink, so I thought that would be pretty. And then I thought this is the specialty vellum that comes in polka dots, stripes, and leaves. I thought that might be pretty. Oh, this is for the inside. And then I did the smaller flower, same thing with the Sahara Sand and the Petal Pink for a very happy birthday. And I was going to do it like that, and then a bow. But in looking at it, I thought, you can't really see this very well, and also how am I going to glue it down, because you can see through vellum when you glue it. So then I took that one out and I cut the same size shape with the Stylish Shapes, and I embossed it with the Cane, I might say it wrong, Cane Weaving Embossing Folder. It's a new one in the catalog. Let me get the exact name. Cane Weave 3D Embossing Folder. So it's available in the new catalog. It's a really nice one. I really like it. Very distinct. So then I thought, yeah, I like that better. And then I took a little piece of the polka dotted one just because I really like this. And I'm just going to slide it underneath. You're not going to be able to see a lot of it, but it's there. And I'm just going to put glue in the middle because otherwise you'll be able to see it. However, having said that, when you glue it over this really patterny paper, you can't see it really that much. So I could have gone to my first one idea. Again, a little strip to put inside. And because it's a white card base, it's actually 4 1/4, and this is 4 inches. So I'm just going to put it like that. I think that looks beautiful. And this has hearts, so you want to make sure it's the right side up. So I'm going to put that one there, maybe pop up that one, and pop up this one. So let's go like that. Put some dimensionals. This is it's a 3D embossing folder, so it has very deep ridges, which I like. Put that there. And because this is going to, I actually put it in the ink pad, if you can believe it, and I'm sure you can. Glue there and a dimensional there, because this is already popped up, but this side isn't. So that will give it, that'll make it so that they're both popped up the same amount, which is what you want. And then I'm going to take my ribbon and do a bow. I hope this is going live because I cannot see any comments. But if you're there watching, thank you. All right, I don't want a really big bow, just a little one. This ribbon is so nice to work with. Yep, just like that. When you get your little kit, you'll have the bow. It'll be tied for you already. And you'll have all the papers that you need to put everything together. Now let's take some Wink of Stella on this one. I don't know if you can tell in the camera, but it's very pretty. Very nice. Now, I think I do need embellishments on this one. There's nothing really on this card that will match. I was thinking these ones. So these are iridescent pastel gems. And I believe it's Calypso Coral, probably Balmy Blue, and I think this is gold. So let's try some of those. They are a bit thicker, so you have to think about that if you're mailing it and if it's going to cause you to have to buy extra postage. And if you live in Canada, postage is a lot. But they're very pretty. Well, they do come in, and they come in 2 sizes, which I always like. But they are quite, they're probably 1/8 of an inch high, I want to say. But hey, this card is going to someone special. They deserve it. There we go. For a very happy birthday. And this color is Petal Pink. Sending happy thoughts in Fresh Freesia. And for a very happy birthday. I did that one twice. Pool Party with our cute little dragonfly embellishment. Trinket. It's called a trinket. So thank you very much for joining me today. If you would like to get the package with all the materials to make one each of these cards. Okay, this needs to be, is that bugging anyone else? There we go. So if you'd like to get the package to make one each of these cards, place a $60 order in my online store using the host code that's here so that I will know that you actually want the package, and I will pop that in the mail to you. I have them all ready to go, so as soon as your order goes through, I will pop it in the mail and go to the post office. So thanks for joining me today. I do appreciate it if you like or share my video. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button so that you will know when I go live. And I hope you get a chance to receive the Beautifully Happy Celebration stamp set for free. It is only available until the end of February or while quantities last. With the celebration items, it's while quantities last. And I should mention too, if you really like the bunny set on page 52, which is so adorable, I'm thinking it's going to sell out. The bouquet, the country bouquet punch is on back order until April. The clover for St. Patrick's Day punch, the country bouquet punch and the clover punch, both are unavailable right now. And this one is so cute. I think if you don't get it soon, you might not get it. So it's so versatile, this cute little punch. With that paper I was just showing you, punched out with the little Easter Bunny punch, is going to be adorable. So if you're interested, I would suggest you get it soon. And it's 40 something, almost $50. So you just add some embellishments and you'll be up to your $60. And then you get it. Not only do you get a free celebration item, but you'll also get this little card pack from me. All right, that's it for me. Thanks for joining me. I hope you have a great weekend. If you're in Ottawa, get out and enjoy the beautiful weather and all that snow. And we'll see you again next week. Thanks. Have a great day.